second Stranger Things dropped on Netflix, it quickly became the world's newest binge-watching obsession. Fans have rewatched the first season over and over for clues about the show's intriguing mystery. But what about more of the behind the scenes? Right now, we're bringing you 12 things you didn't know about the cast of Stranger Things right here on Listed. The Stranger Things cast is absolutely perfect, but assembling the dream team took a lot of work. Creators Matt and Ross Duffer auditioned at least 100 kids before finding the ones that made the magic we saw on Netflix. Obviously, it was worth the wait. GATEN Matarazzo, who plays the absolutely adorable Dustin on the show, has a secret talent. Okay, so it's not so secret. He may be a little shy and awkward on Stranger Things, but in real life, GATEN can sing. Seriously, he's so good. He even had a successful run on Broadway in Les Miserables. Speaking of Dustin's voice, GATEN's speaking voice really changed during filming. In fact, he grew up and changed so much during filming that by the time ADR was happening, he didn't sound enough like himself to record his own lines.
You know, it was GATEN, you know, and GATEN, who plays Dustin, was changing so much just during the course of the shooting. Luckily, you can't really tell, but yeah, by the time we were doing ADR, we were recording dialogue in post-production. Like, we couldn't use him because his voice had dropped so much.
GATEN isn't the only kid in the Stranger Things cast with a hidden talent. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike, is a pretty awesome guitar player in real life. Now we'll just be waiting, not patiently at all, for GATEN and Finn to start a band. Millie Bobby Brown, who plays the amazing 11, auditioned with fake scenes. The creators didn't want to give anything away, apparently. Millie was a little surprised when she actually started filming and none of the scenes she'd read for her audition were actually in the show.
And then I actually got episode 1 and 2 and stuff, and I was reading it. So where's that scene I did in that audition? Well, they were dummy sides, so you don't have quite a lot of lines, it's just more actions and more emotion. I was like, okay, sounds good.
Caleb McLaughlin, the actor who plays Lucas, is actually older than the rest of his castmates. At 14, he's the oldest of the kids on the show, and the creators have actually admitted they worry for the day when he finally starts looking his age.
And you said yesterday that you even have nightmares that the kids would grow up too fast.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Caleb, who's like 14. He's like 2 years older. The kid who plays Lucas, he's 2 years older than everyone else. I'm just waiting for the day where he just.
But right now,
Millie Bobby Brown isn't just talented at bringing to life the words on a page through her acting. Since a lot of her acting as 11 was silent, it probably doesn't surprise you to learn that she's an expert at acting with her movements too. What might surprise you to learn, however, is that the super creepy, nightmare-inducing head twitch 11 does when she telekinetically breaks a dude's neck in episode 3 was actually Millie's idea, bowing down because Millie is an acting queen. Stranger Things fans were quick to dub Nancy Wheeler's BFF Barb as the series' favorite character. In fact, the overwhelming obsession for Barb became so intense with fan art, murals, and even hashtags that trended all over Twitter, like hashtag justice for Barb and hashtag we are all Barb, that the actress who played Barb, Shannon Purser, who had also never acted in anything else before, was forced to quit her job at a movie theater because people kept bombarding the theater hoping to find her there. Even now that they're huge stars, the kids of Stranger Things are still also huge fangirls and fanboys in their own right. Millie Bobby Brown's directing hero is Jodie Foster, and she's even said she would love for her to direct an episode of Stranger Things someday. And okay, she admits that it's partly so she can meet Foster's famous friend, Kristen Stewart. Is Millie secretly a twihard too? Cue the prayer hands.
Sure.
Okay, so Jodie Foster. I'd love Jodie Foster to direct an episode because, you know, she's done Panic Room, and she knows Kristen Stewart, and then I can be with Kristen Stewart. So it's really just a cycle. But yeah, if Jodie Foster, if you want to direct an episode, it's yours.
Fans were quick to notice GATEN's adorable lisp in the show, but he is actually completely toothless in real life. In the series, GATEN's character Dustin explains to his bullies that he's missing his 2 front teeth because of cleidocranial dysplasia, a condition that GATEN also has in real life. He said, quote, "It's a very rare condition and not many people have it around the world. When they wrote it into the show, I started getting a lot of messages and emails online from people who have the condition, saying that it really helps them come out of their shells a little bit." So if you've ever seen GATEN with teeth in TV interviews, he hasn't been afraid to admit that they're actually fake. Next up, Charlie HEITON, who plays Jonathan Byers on the show, actually got his start as a model, and you can stalk his pics on Instagram. Scroll back just a bit and you'll find some very artistic shots in which he looks exactly like a young Leonardo DiCaprio. Doppelganger alert. You probably know that Millie Bobby Brown is actually British, but what you might not know is she learned her perfect American accent, because seriously, who can tell that she's actually faking it on the show? The truth? By watching the Disney Channel. So I guess we can kind of sort of thank Hannah Montana for the brilliance of Stranger Things? No? Pushing it?
Just really faking the American accent, because you kind of had to.
That concludes our list of 12 things you didn't know about the Stranger Things cast. So right now, I want to know which of these facts surprised you the most. And if there's one we missed, feel free to share it in the comment section below. And after that, click right over here to check out all things you may not have known about Tom Hiddleston. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on Listed. I'm your host, Megan Lamontagne, and I'll see you guys next time.